Strategy is the decisions and their implementation that have medium and long-term impacts on the direction of an organisation and is essential for creating value to stakeholders, remaining competitive, and for the success of an organisation. More simply, it is how a company attains a desirable goal using their available means. I am employed as the Agricultural Research and Extension Coordinator with the Facey Group, which is a farmer-led, not-for-profit grower group in Western Australia. Facey Group's business strategy is to lead agribusiness development through relevant and localised research, extension, information and networking to the Wickerpan farming community. This business strategy is robust as it addresses the 5 questions that are linked to a strong business strategy as outlined by Hubbard 2019. The main challenges faced by the Facey Group is competition for members' time and attention amongst multiple community groups and competition from online platforms that can also provide research and development information. To remain sustainable and relevant, Facey Group must regularly review its functional strategies to ensure the business strategy can be achieved, as was the case during the COVID-19 pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic changed the environment in which Facey Group was operating, so to remain sustainable, Facey Group undertook a gap analysis as outlined by Hubbard in 1996 to identify and implement a range of functional strategies that were aligned with the overall business strategy. Prior to COVID-19, member engagement and information sharing occurred primarily through in-person events. Responding to event restrictions and regional border closures, Facey Group developed our digital presence in order to continue delivering relevant and localised research, development and extension to the Wickerpan farming community as per the organisational strategic plan. Examples within the digital strategy included the development of an updated and professional website, a reconstruction of the bi-monthly newsletter, the development of a targeted and regular social media posting schedule, and the development of webinars, podcasts, and online trial updates and videos. Prior to COVID-19, Facey Group staff all shared the task of communications and engagement, leading to irregular and ineffective posting. To implement and manage the proposed digital media strategy, Facey Group employed a part-time communications and engagement coordinator. Regional organisations faced difficulties in recruiting and retaining talent, a challenge that was exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. Recognising that skilled employees are essential for the success of the group, Facey Group updated policies relating to human resource management. For example, employees were allowed to complete a proportion of work remotely and were provided with an additional 5 days annually of sick leave. Furthermore, during the pandemic, Facey Group prioritised capital investment. The acquisition of a soil sampling unit and functional small plot trial seeder reduced the reliance on outside contractors who had limited availability, thereby allowing research project milestones to be met and the group to become more self-sufficient. The development of an on-site soil and plant laboratory improved operational efficiency. The acquisition of these assets improved the medium and long-term research capability of the organisation. A common reason for failure of the adoption of strategic plans is due to a disconnect of understanding between management and staff. The Facey Group CEO and Executive Committee consulted and involved staff and the General Committee in both the decision-making and implementation process, and key performance indicators were adjusted to ensure staff worked to uphold the strategic changes. To promote regular check-ins and monitoring, the staff provided an update at monthly committee meetings on the activities that had been performing and their outcomes. For example, the Communications Coordinator presents a report on the social media engagement of the group, including top post reach, number of new page followers, and more. Facey Group also has a strong culture centred around inclusive organisational learning, which involves all employees and committee members sharing knowledge and innovative insights in order to support growth and adaptation of the organisation. As a small organisation consisting of only 1 full-time and 5 part-time employees, the development and maintenance of this relationship within the organisation was essential to successfully adapt to COVID-19 at both an operational and strategic level. Facey Group's internal stakeholders include the staff, executive committee, and general committee. The external stakeholders include the members, sponsors, funding bodies, government, and industry networks. The key stakeholders who have the power to influence the business strategy include the executive committee, CEO, research coordinator, and the engaged members. For example, the employment of an engagement coordinator was a decision made by the CEO and executive committee, and the capital investment was a decision made between the research coordinator, CEO, and executive committee. Facey Group implements a demand-side focus as opposed to a supply-side focus, as outlined by Hubbard in 2019. Members and committee stakeholders influence which research and development priorities the group pursues, thereby increasing the group's value proposition. For example, during the strategic review during the COVID pandemic, members expressed a preference for short field walks first thing in the day, so Facey Group has reorganised event structures to accommodate this preference. The demand focus allows Facey Group to meet the expectation of members in providing localised and relevant RD&E, which is important to the members so they can improve business efficiency and profitability. The provision of these services to the community is also in line with Moore's public value theory, common within not-for-profit organisations. The strategies implemented during the COVID-19 pandemic had positive impacts on the overall functioning of the group. The digital strategy and employment of an engagement coordinator significantly improved member engagement and overall reach of the group, as evidenced by the increase in Facebook page likes, Twitter followers, and reach. These statistics were sourced from the Facey Group internally. While the Facey Group remains committed to undertaking RD&E in the Wickepin region, this broader engagement has improved Facey Group's reputation across the state, and funding bodies are now approaching the group with research opportunities that can be carried out in the Wickepin region. While the digital media strategy was implemented as a functional aspect of executing the business strategy, it also exposed and highlighted the success of the group in performing the overall business strategy, which has led to further opportunities that align with the group's strategy. The functional strategies implemented and resources acquired in response to the pandemic have improved the overall sustainability and self-sufficiency of the group. The intangible interaction between all the group's resources, including the skills, knowledge, human resources, and physical assets, all strengthen Facey Group's strategic capability. As the strategic capability of the group evolved in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, Facey Group is better positioned to continue leading relevant and localised research, extension, information and networking in the Wickepin community into the future, as per the strategic plan.